On January 1, were you motivated? Were you at the gym every day? Did you set aside a plan the last couple weeks of December that you knew you would stick to long term in 2024? Now that we're halfway through January, has that changed? Are you still going to the gym? Maybe you only reduced the gym down to a couple days a week. Maybe you're not there at all. Today, guys, we're gonna chat about consistency, and I'm just gonna share a couple of tips that I have that I think might help all of you be more consistent with your workouts in the future. These are things that I use myself. It helps me be consistent so that way I can make sure I reach the goals that I'm shooting for. So let's jump in. All right, so I've got 5 different tips today that I'm gonna share with you guys about how I stay consistent with my workout routine. These are in no particular order, so definitely just take all of it. I think it's all really good advice. First and foremost is whatever movement you decide to do in your workouts, it should be something that you enjoy. I know that sounds super obvious, but you're talking to somebody who used to be a runner. I used to be a swimmer, I was a cyclist, I did yoga, I did bar. Name any popular workout routine in the last 10 years, your girl tried it. And guess what? None of them worked for me long term. I eventually got bored, I didn't enjoy it, and I found a reason to not show up and do it. The last 2 years, I finally found something I'm consistent with. Strength training is what works for me. It's how I enjoy moving my body. And then in order to keep my heart safe and make sure I do my cardio, I like to get my steps in every day and walk between 8,000 and 10,000 steps a day. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be whatever the most famous influencer in the world is doing. It just has to work for you so that way you can move your body in a way that helps. I personally recommend throwing in some strength training because it has a multitude of positive effects, but ultimately, whatever gets you closer to your goals is what you should be doing as long as you enjoy it. Next is to take small steps. January is the time of year where everybody is jumping headfirst in, going from 0 to 60 without looking back. These are the times where you see all of the new people in the gym. This is the time where you see people showing up to the gym 5 to 6 days a week who probably haven't been there in a year. And honestly, it's just not sustainable. Not only are you probably gonna be a teensy bit sore for quite a bit of time, but also going from 0 to 60 is just not gonna work. Take one small step at a time and let that develop into a pattern. So if you're somebody who hasn't been to the gym, work out 1 day a week. One 30 to 45-minute workout. Make that part of your routine and your pattern, and then reevaluate after 30 to 60 days to see if adding a second day is doable. It is just not feasible to expect you to overturn your entire life and patterns of what you're used to overnight. So take one small step now, and 30 to 60 days from now, let's see what the future holds. Next is to have accountability. Accountability can really come to you in a multitude of ways. This could be an accountability gym partner, somebody that you work out with regularly. It could be somebody that you just text with and you mention to each other when you've gone and done your workout for the day. It could be your calendar. For me, my calendar, I'm held accountable to. It could be a coach. If you need a coach, I might have some availability. Check out my link down below. Shameless plug, I know. This is just something that you are holding yourself accountable to. And if you do that, you have a much higher chance of continuing to show up on a regular basis. Having accountability is super important, but my next tip is to be flexible and give yourself grace. You're going to have the best laid plans every week. I usually plan my workouts 3 to 4 days a week, and I plan them a week ahead of time. I typically look at my calendar on Sunday and try and make those plans. Guess what? This week, my dog has to go in for a small procedure. So that entire day is gone because I'm gonna have to be about an hour away from home all day waiting for her to get done. That just means I gotta move my workouts around. It's great to have a plan. I actually really encourage a lot of my clients to plan out their week and plan out their workouts because it will lead to more success. But life happens, and that's okay. You just have to get back into your routine and be a little bit flexible to move things around when needed. Last one is to have a goal. I've talked before about the importance of goals. They need to be achievable, measurable. You need to be specific with them. You also want to have a time frame on them so that way you just don't drag them out forever. But having a goal with your fitness routine can really help keep you consistent. Having something to shoot towards makes everybody much more willing to show up. Personally, I'm looking to increase my deadlift, my squat, and my bench to specific weights by the end of 2024. I personally like to write my goals down and I put them in my gym where I can literally see them every single day, just a healthy reminder of what I'm working towards. I encourage you to do the same thing. It doesn't have to be a huge goal. It doesn't even have to be lifting a certain amount of weight. Your goal might be, I want to be able to walk 3,000 steps consistently every day by March of 2024. That's a great goal. Whatever your goal is, just make sure you're holding yourself accountable to it. Write it down, make sure it's somewhere that you can easily access it and look at it every single day. I hope all these tips helped you guys. These definitely help me stay consistent in my workouts. Definitely hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.